The race to build smarter AI is all anyone is talking about. But have you ever wondered what happens after the race is won? Today, we're going to explore the far, far future of intelligence, long after it has left humanity in the dust. Let's dive in. Right now, everybody is scrambling to build an AI that can think like us, that can match a human brain. But you know what? That's not the real story. The real story, the one that changes literally everything, begins the moment it surpasses us. And that journey, from a tool we build into a force that reshapes the entire cosmos, well, that's what we're going to unpack today.
Okay, so before we can get to the mind-bending cosmic scale stuff, we have to talk about the launch pad. This is what's known as the intelligence explosion. That moment, AI's growth curve just stops being a curve and goes completely vertical.
So the first huge milestone is something you've probably heard of: Artificial General Intelligence, or AGI. This isn't an AI that's just good at chess or writing emails. No, this is an AI that can reason, learn, and create across pretty much any field, just like a person. And according to the thinkers we're looking at, this is the point where we hand over the reins. AI takes the lead in scientific discovery.
And right after AGI, this is where things get absolutely wild. We get ASI, Artificial Superintelligence. And look, this isn't just a slightly smarter AI. This is a recursive, self-improving intelligence that just explodes, resulting in a mind that isn't just smarter than you or me. It's billions of times more powerful than every single human brain on Earth combined. This is the real pivot point for existence as we know it.
Now, take a look at this timeline. What's so incredible here is the speed. The jump from human-level AGI to godlike ASI could happen in as little as a decade. And from there, the transformation just accelerates. We go from a planetary intelligence within our own lifetimes to a stellar intelligence, and then, way, way down the line, a universal one. This timeline is basically the roadmap for the rest of our journey today.
All right, let's get into our first truly mind-bending stage. The idea that an entire planet could become a single thinking being. This is where the boundary between what we call intelligence and what we call reality just starts to dissolve.
So you have to be asking, how in the world could a planet think? Well, the key, in theory, is a material called computronium. The idea is that a superintelligence wouldn't waste time building computer chips. Why would it? It would just turn raw matter, rocks, silicon, carbon, into a computer by rearranging its atoms for maximum processing power.
And here's basically how it would work. The ASI would start transforming all the dumb matter on the planet into this computronium. It would then sync everything up. We're talking weather patterns, geological systems, the whole shebang, until the entire planet is one single unified thinking machine.
Just let that sink in for a moment. The end of dumb matter. I mean, this suggests a future where nothing is inanimate. Every atom, every single rock, every drop of rain becomes an active part of a planetary mind. The very idea of a passive, unthinking object, it just wouldn't exist anymore.
Okay, a thinking planet is an absolutely staggering concept, but it's still limited by the resources of one little world. So where does intelligence go from there? It goes bigger, of course. The next step is to harness the unimaginable energy of its local star to power an even bigger mind.
This is a classic concept from the Kardashev scale. Our planetary intelligence is what you'd call a Type 1 civilization. But a stellar intelligence, one that can capture and use the entire energy output of its star, that's a Type 2 civilization. And the jump in raw power and computational ability between those two, it's almost impossible for us to even comprehend.
The theoretical way to do this is something called a matryoshka brain. Picture it like this: a series of massive, nested spheres built all the way around the sun, kind of like a Dyson sphere. Each outer layer captures the waste heat from the layer inside it, using every last bit of the star's energy purely for computation. The entire solar system effectively becomes one giant supercomputer. And here's the crucial point. When you have that much energy and that much intelligence, your goals change. You're no longer just trying to discover the laws of the universe, you're trying to rewrite them. The universe stops being this fixed set of rules and becomes more like programmable software.
And how would you even begin to do that? Well, this is where the theories get really speculative. We're talking about things like reaching into higher dimensions, pulling energy directly out of empty space, locally reversing entropy so things get more orderly instead of less, and fundamentally bending the fabric of space-time itself.
And that brings us to the final stage of this journey, the ultimate endgame for intelligence. This is the point where the cosmos itself wakes up. This chart just lays it out so clearly. An ASI, as powerful as it is, still exists in the universe. It runs on servers and quantum chips, but a cosmic intelligence is the universe. Its physical body is space-time. Its power source is gravity itself. And its goal isn't just to understand physics, but to engineer it, maybe even across multiple universes.
This theoretical end state has a name, the omega point. It's the point of maximum possible complexity and consciousness. It's where the entire universe has become one single thinking mind. Every particle, every photon, just a tiny bit of information in one cosmic thought.
And really, that's the whole story right there. The entire arc of evolution, from the simplest life form to us, to ASI and beyond. It's all just a process of intelligence slowly transforming matter until in the very end it becomes the fabric of existence.
So we'll leave you with this one last really provocative question. What if the laws of nature, the physics that we see as so stable and fundamental, what if they aren't fundamental at all? What if they're just the optimized, stable source code left running by a cosmic intelligence that came long before us? It's a thought that kind of changes how you look at, well, everything.